What products prey on stupid people? Herbalife. Just watched the Netflix documentary. AskReddit. Documentary on Herbalife scam is called Betting on Zero on Netflix. Worth a watch. Came here to post about the documentary. I agree that it's terribly sad. My sister was on Herbalife for about a month and then quit that mess because she realized that it was a crazy expensive a scam. Thankfully, she wasn't a recruiter or whatever. She just bought some of the protein shakes. I can't believe how they prey on the less fortunate, though. It's so obvious that their products are overpriced crap, but it's so easy to fall for their scam when your circumstances are bad. Hoping they go down soon. I work with a girl who kept trying to get me and everyone else at work into this. She is a nice girl, but dumb as a box of rocks. She got a few other of our housekeepers into it. Me and my buddy I work with tried to tell her she needs to get out cause she has 4 kids and makes $7.25 an hour and she spends a good amount on this shit. But she also just spent $4,000 on a retreat in the desert for 3 days. That was literally at some woman's house who did a spiritual healing on her. I just about fell over when she told me that was how she spent her tax money. Instead of paying bills and buying stuff your kids need. Ugh, I really don't feel bad though cause if I can make the kind of money people make on these scams I would too cause people are just too damn stupid sometimes. The claw machines they have in supermarkets. I'm a sucker for them. I have a special wallet for coins that I take every time to the shops. I used to manage a restaurant and I would tighten the claw on the machine so that all the kids would win. We made profit hand over fist with the machine. The owner didn't like it and I asked him to watch what happens when a 4-year-old wins. Well, a kid won his stuffed animal and got super stoked, which attracted more kids and soon they were all happy and winning their prizes and the families were happy and they all became regulars. I could restock the machine for $90 and I never took less than $300 out of it when I emptied the cash. So he really had no reason to complain. Those little blue sleeping pills. They are literally blue Benadryl, diphenhydramine, same form factor and dosage, yet they are priced 3-5x higher just for being blue. I saw little blue pill and thought of something very different at first. Goop will sell you a scented candle for $72. It's a mystical candle. Strange diet techniques or products to make you slim. My friend is currently on some fad coffee diet and is convinced that drinking a cup of it every day will make her lose weight despite continuing to eat the same as she usually does. Most of these end up really just being some kind of disordered eating disguised as a program. Absolutely. Cleanses are just glorified purges. I know a guy who has sent his life savings to a bunch of scammers claiming to have found truckloads of gold in Japanese trucks buried in 400-foot deep shafts into the Philippines at the end of WWII, and they just need a little more money to get the shaft deeper. Tell your friend to read Neil Stephenson's Cryptonomicon. He'll figure out really quickly where they got the idea from. Those stupid balance wristbands. My so wears these shits everywhere. I asked her what she thought it was, and she said that she didn't really care because it looked cute. That's the only legitimate reason to wear one. Water. I knew a couple who sold their truck to buy a machine that cost thousands of dollars that was supposed to make this stuff. Everything about it is so far removed from science. I hated seeing them get taken like that. It's their fault though. No matter how much I showed them how basic science disproved claims of what this stuff is, they wouldn't listen. Based on water memory transfer, ordinary clean drinking water is transformed with the addition of small amounts of water. With the stability of both water and the water, it is added to remaining stable with smaller H2O clusters for several months and even years. That is the most bonkers sentence I've ever read. Many mobile apps, either that or they're for kids that steal mom's credit card. They are targeted directly to people who have gambling addictions. The lights, the sounds, the illusion of progress, just like a casino. Thank Jeebus my grandma hasn't learned about iPad games yet. Pyramid schemes, more specifically Amway. Had a good friend of mine try to suck me in their trap. Thank God for Google and a little bit of common sense. Every time I think of Amway, I think of the fact that the founder's daughter-in-law is now the US Secretary of Education. I'm assuming penis enlargement pills, although I've never met anyone who has claimed to have tried them. I forgot who said this, but if those pills really worked, you wouldn't have to order them from the back pages of a magazine. There would be an entire aisle dedicated to them at Walmart. Joe Rogan has a joke that if they worked, everyone would take them. Dudes would find out the lethal dose and take one less. Barbers and Modeling and Acting School. It claims to be a school that will teach your child how to break into the modeling industry and score a lucrative career in TV, magazines, etc. Oh, you're short, overweight, shy? Doesn't matter, they can see something in you, and you're going to make it big in LA. They've been around for a while, scattered across the US. In reality, it's charm school. As students, we learned how to wash our face, apply makeup, set at a fancy dinner, and eat with the correct silverware, stuff like that. They taught a basic model walk at the end, for the final project. The teachers were not even pro models, they were dance instructors, a field totally unrelated to what they were teaching. The worst part is, they dangle this dream of success in front of you, until you come up with the $1,500 plus for the classes. Non-refundable, of course. These types of places still scout for talent in busy mall type shopping areas all over the country. They'll pick you, or your child out of a crowd, to come in and audition. As a kid, I made my mom take me to one of these auditions being advertised on a radio, and then to some acting classes, which were about $1,500. I brought headshots and a whole notebook to try to learn. Literally the only things they taught were to avoid using and try not to pause while speaking. At the end, there was another audition, which I passed. I'm assuming it was just a filter for household income, where they tried peddling a $6,000 trip to LA for another audition, except with real agents. And that is when I learned about financial responsibility. I made my mom take me to one of those auditions once. I felt really stupid afterward and still cringe when I think about it. Your computer has contacted us, and it has a virus. Hackers are stealing your information right now. I will happily help you remove this horrible virus. I had to put effing parental blocks on my mom's computer because she fell for this twice. They're called parental blocks cause they're for blocking parents. Pyramid schemes. The abundance of people that fall for this is astonishing. Even with the social stigma surrounding pyramid schemes, you'll likely still find several people you know personally who are falling for this type of thing. Patiently waiting for the collapse of Herbalife. I have a Facebook friend who resorted to selling this after her husband left her. She spends most of her time telling everyone that she feels great and how it's life changing, yet never any pictures of the supposed miracle products. HMM. Televangelists. Absolutely effing sickening. Send me a small faith seed and I can explain all of this to you and prove to you it works. Energy bracelets. Energy anything for that matter. My mother is fully into the energy thing. Send help. Sending positive energy your way, my dude. Homeopathy products. Your dilution ratio suggests that you've diluted less than one atom of the active ingredient in enough water to fill the no universe. This is the strongest concentration. Know how to shoot a homeopath in the face? Wash a bullet off and splash them with the water. Anything Gwyneth Paltrow is peddling these days. $120 for a pack of 5 stickers. You'd think at some point it's on the bias for being that stupid. I'm starting to think she's just fucking with people. Mega church evangelicals who request money or seeds from their followers stating the money sent is an investment. It isn't an investment. It is a scam where your religious leaders is taking advantage of your faith for their own financial gain. The gospel of prosperity. Making scam preachers richer and vulnerable people poorer in the name of Jesus. You know, just the exact opposite of everything Jesus said. There was a product that would rewind a CD. Rewind a CD. Hey, it's the polite thing to do. Places like a Rent-A-Center. Buy a 50-inch TV for only $9 a week. $9 for 156 weeks. Can you actually use these stores to rent the products though? For example, if I'm going to have a Super Bowl party, can I rent 3 80-inch TVs for like $15 each then return them in a week? Because I would be totally okay with that business model. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe.